Hey ladies, welcome back to the Hot and Healthy Hot Seat. What I always say is before you dare drop your calories, ladies, please listen up. I wish the internet and the entire frickin' world knew this one very thing. It's that you have to actually check your execution before you drop your calories. I help my clients drop their calories. I do it many a time, but I'm not giving out calorie drops like kids at a candy store, again, whatever candy that they want. No, they are specific, they are purposeful, and they're only if people need them. And in fact, sometime instead of a calorie drop, maybe it's a whole calorie adjustment, meaning your exercise and activity factors and your body composition and stats have changed significantly. So we would want to go back to the drawing board, go back to that estimation equation, look at how you're eating now, and basically start from square one again, especially if you've been on your journey for quite some time. And on that note, you're probably like, Lauren, well, how do I know if I need to drop my calories? How do I know if I need to increase my exercise? What in the world should I be doing? Now, this is something we actually use inside of the membership and all of TSN, even inside of 90 Day Fit Bae Body. And it's called the Checklist for Progress. This checklist has 5 specific checklist items that you need to be hitting before you dare say, I'm just gonna drop my calories. So let's dive in. Number 1 on the checklist is calories. You wanna make sure with your calorie budget, are you hitting your calories daily? What are your weekly averages? And of course, are you actually hitting those targets? So often women will come to me saying, Lauren, I'm hitting my calories. They're eating a lot of meals out. They're not tracking over the weekend. They're not tracking licks and bites of food, eating their kids' food off of the table. It's not as accurate. Also, sometimes the entries that they're putting in, they may put 6 ounces of chicken as 150 calories when we know 6 ounces of chicken on my end, I don't expect you to know this off the top of your head, but it's way more than 150 calories. So that's where we want to dive a little bit more into your food logs and make sure you're actually hitting your targets. The second thing is protein. Alongside hitting your calories, a lot of time women kind of stop at calories because it is step 1 of what I teach you guys, step 1 of my proven framework. However, calories are the foundation of weight loss, but they aren't everything. You also want to make sure you're eating the right portions of food, and that begins with protein. So what I recommend my clients to do is start with around 20 to 30 grams of protein every single meal. But if you do that math, 3 meals a day, 20 times 3 is going to be about 60 grams. Inside of a program like 90 Day Fit Bae Body, we personalize those targets based upon your muscle mass, your activity level, and really what your goals are, of course, because there is a lot of math and science behind it. Maybe I should do a video on that in the future. But anyway, you want to make sure you're eating plenty of protein. So I recommend starting with 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal and around 10 to 15 grams per snack. You can obviously go higher, but ultimately you want to make sure you're eating enough protein all throughout the day before we just say, hey, we got to drop those calories. Okay, number 3 is veggies. Now, as I always talk about, you don't have to eat veggies every single meal, but the whole idea of where I came up with this recommendation of having more veggies every single meal is because a lot of my clients were honestly hitting calories, hitting protein, but the quality of their diet, I gotta be blunt, was trash. That's why getting in veggies and having veggie-centric meals, which means the meal just doesn't have veggies on the plate. Like it's the star of the show in some of those meals. They're really veggie-centric. It's gonna help with being high volume, low in calories, also help with fullness, and of course give you the good for you nutrition that you need. So if you're hitting your calories, you're hitting your protein, but you're not getting any sort of veggie or even just a pop of color through even fruits, veggies, all different things there, any sort of produce. We want to get more color on your plate, girlfriend. Okay, number 4 is daily steps. I know everyone hears the recommendation for 10,000 steps a day. And fun fact, actually during my master's degree, someone who was involved in interpreting the research or something related to 10,000 steps a day, she actually disclosed to our entire class in our curriculum the science behind 10,000 steps a day and how it actually was an arbitrary number from, I believe, a Japanese company that was related to activities and fitness wearables. So it really was picked out of thin air. That being said, I'm not wearing my watch right now just because it doesn't look cute with some fun little clothes on. But I do love wearing my watch because focusing on daily activity is absolutely something so incredibly important for weight loss. In fact, this is one of those things that before we drop your calories, and say my clients are losing weight, but it's like a little bit slower, or some weeks they're losing, some weeks they're not, I will say one of the most important things you can do is add in more physical activity to your day. And not not talking about in the gym. I'm saying just daily movement, especially if you are on your ass like me most of the day. But within this checklist of progress, if steps are something that you do struggle with, absolutely trying to get more ways to get more physically active throughout the day is really gonna help you break through plateaus and consistently see that weight loss. And number 5, this one takes the longest amount of time to see the progress from it, sort of, but it is really important for your metabolism and is really gonna help you actually see the physical progress you crave on your body. And that is strength training. Strength training is any form of resistance-based activity where you're actually gonna build muscle mass. And I know you're like, okay, but I wanna lose weight. Like, I don't necessarily wanna build muscle. You do wanna build muscle, and let me explain why. Building muscle does not mean you're gaining fat and weight. It means you're building muscle mass while we're also simultaneously trying to target fat loss. It's gonna increase how many calories you burn a day, and it's gonna help you sculpt that physique. I always love to use the word sculpt. I think of like a little statue situation. Dieting can only take you so far with food. By implementing the resistance activity is really gonna get you the body of your dreams. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time in the Hot and Healthy Hot Seat.